Manga-Waido.
My name is Kento Noguchi. My father, who was often ill, passed away when I was in elementary school. My father told me in his final moments to work together with my mother to live. I think my mother is a really strong person who resumed her full-time job as soon as the funeral was over. As a first grader, I had to take advantage of childcare until my mother finished her work. The neighbors cared about me and would come over to check on me when my mother worked on Saturdays. And sometimes, they would share their side dishes with me. Thanks to them, I've rarely had to feel lonely. I guess it was because I had a lot of opportunities to interact with adults. I gradually developed an eye for people. Some adults are serious and some are not. And just because they're old doesn't mean they're knowledgeable. And there are smart people even if they look like party people. Observing people became a hobby of sorts, and I became a good judge of other people's skills and characteristics. By the time I got to middle school, this ability came in handy.
Morishita's off with the flu!
What are we going to do about the accompaniment for our choir competition? There's no one else who can play, right? Doing it unaccompanied?
We'll lose to the other classes!
Sano-san, you can play, right?
What? Yeah, I can play, but how did you know Noguchi-kun?
You were secretly moving your fingers while singing at practice, right? I also heard you play the piano at your house.
Please, Sano-san, play for us! Okay, I'll try.
With this, Sano-san, who had always been a bit shy, blended in with the class and began to smile more. In high school, I introduced helpers for club activities and sometimes acted as a cupid. I can easily tell who's in love with each other by looking at their facial expressions and gestures. The couples I assisted usually worked out, and some of them have even married into adulthood. On the other hand, if I'm on a team with someone who aren't compatible with each other, I try to casually step in between. I enjoyed taking control of the situation by being attentive. In college, I used this skill to make more connections. I was surprised that I could make friends with people in the liberal arts club, which I thought I had no connection with. This began when a friend of mine in the theater club was lamenting, "We don't have enough people."
What? Kobayashi broke a bone? What are we going to do?
What's going on?
I heard that a backstage member of our theater club had an accident and broke his bone. He was in charge of setting up the stage. But without him...
Then why don't you invite Saito? I heard he enjoys carpentry and makes a lot of things. He showed me some of the things he made and it was really good.
Really? I'll ask him.
The introduction went well, and later on a representative from the theater club came to see me, and I was really happy about that. Then I graduated from college without incident. I got a job at a company. I thought I could make use of my ability to recognize people's special skills, so I joined a temporary staffing agency. But this was a huge mistake.
I don't care if the job fits or not. Just get the contract.
But a company that doesn't fit won't last long.
It's up to the registrant to decide if they want to leave or not. Our job is to make introductions. As long as we get our commission, that's all that matters.
I was constantly in between the boss, the registrant, and the client, and my stomach was in knots. I just want to make things easier for my mom. Why did it have to come to this? My mother quit her full-time job and is now living comfortably working 3 times a week at a part-time. I'll take care of you from now on. Working full-time was hard, wasn't it? Take it easy for a little while. I can't be weak after saying that. I was working for a company that paid me a small monthly salary for hard work, but I managed to stay afloat under such circumstances while taking stomach pills. But we all have our limits.
Oh no, I feel dizzy.
One day, on my way home after working overtime, I felt dizzy and had to sit down at the station.
Are you alright? Wait, huh? Could it be Noguchi-kun?
I was about to fall down, and the person who supported me was Sakurai-san, a senior student from my university days.
Are you alright now?
Yes, I'm sorry. I've been working overtime and I must have been tired.
You shouldn't push yourself so hard, even if you're young. What are you doing now? Is it a tough job?
Sakurai-san was the representative of the theater club to which I introduced my friend who was good at carpentry. When I told him what I was up to, he turned serious and made an unexpected proposal.
Then why don't you quit that place and come work for us?
What? Sakurai-san's company?
I actually run a company called Wide Blossom.
I've heard of it. It's a growing venture company. I saw it on the internet news the other day. I was just looking for a person in charge of human resources. We need to hire more people, but we haven't been able to get our hands on it. You've always had an excellent eye for people, and I think you're the right person for the job if you've been in the staffing business. I'd love to count on you. I was surprised, but I knew I could do a better job there than at my current company. I knew Sakurai-san's personality well, so I could trust him. So I talked it over with my mother and decided to take the plunge and change jobs. From there, my life opened up. I was busy at work, but I wasn't yelled at for unreasonable reasons like before, and I wasn't forced to do things that I didn't want to do. I was treated as an equal human being. I could feel a sense of fulfillment because everyone listened to me seriously when I expressed my opinions, and Sakurai-san and his colleagues were all working for the benefit of the clients. I felt from the bottom of my heart that I wanted to recruit good people for this company. Noguchi, we hired Takayama and Minami last month, and they're both great! They're ready to go to work right away. Really? That's great! I'm really glad I entrusted HR to you. I look forward to working with you in the future. Yes! By the time I had been with Sakurai-san's company for a year, I even made a girlfriend. Mari Asada, also from the Human Resources Department. She's a bright, kind woman with a strong work ethic. 1 year later...
Hey, Kento. I'd like you to meet my father sometime. Is that okay?
That means... no, wait, let me be the one to tell you. Mari, will you marry me?
Yes!
After meeting each other's parents, I invited my mother to a high-end sushi restaurant to thank her for raising me.
You don't have to thank me. It's natural for parents to raise their children.
Don't say that. Just order whatever you want today.
This place is so good. Word of mouth says so. Is that so? I'll take your word then. High-end sushi makes me nervous.
Mari and I were all smiles because of the friendly atmosphere, but then an incident happened that ruined it.
How poor are you to be nervous about a place like this?
Poorly dressed, too. I lose my appetite when someone like that's around.
A couple seated nearby whispered. When I take glance,
Don't look at me, you poor bastard.
he looked at me condescendingly, apparently also very drunk. Luckily, my mother doesn't seem to notice.
Delicious!
She says as she eats her sushi. Even after that, the couple...
That guy's a bottom feeder at a small business anyway.
They should have gone to a family restaurant since they're so out of place.
whispered to each other, making fun of us. I was angry, but I didn't want to cause trouble on a day like this, so I just ignored them.
Who do they think they are eating at the same restaurant as an elite guy like me who's about to be recruited by a top venture firm?
What? You got recruited, Leon? That's great.
Yeah, I was actually gonna tell you about that today. I'm gonna be even bigger. You can count on it. The company that pulled me out, after all.
The man's boastful voice was getting louder and louder, so loud you didn't even have to be listening to hear it. The chef looked at the staff, so I thought it was also time for a warning.
May I have today's recommendation of the day?
The couple blurted out when my mother said that in a gentle tone.
You can't even read the words market value.
I bet they don't even know what that means.
That's the problem with poor people.
What if they're just planning to eat and run?
Eat and run? That's messed up.
I can't take it anymore. I got up from my seat to give him a good warning, but my mother was one step ahead of me.
That's enough. Let's go. My mood is ruined.
She quickly puts down her chopsticks and stands up. I thought she didn't hear, but my mother seemed to have been aware of their conversation from the beginning. I nodded and got up from my seat with Mari, who felt the same way. The couple is still smiling at us, not taking offense.
Should've left sooner.
You should pay for what you ate. You must at least 2,000 yen on you.
How rude of you people! It was really unfortunate that we came when you were here.
Huh? What a bunch of bottom feeders.
I couldn't resist, and I finally said it. You're assuming I'm a bottom feeder, but the company you were talking about earlier is ours.
Huh?
Are you happy being recruited by the same company as a bottom feeder?
What are you talking about?
I mean, there was never any talk of recruiting in the first place. Who in our company approached you? Yes, the name of the company this man boasted about earlier, saying it was a prestigious venture he was being recruited from, was Wild Blossom, our company. When I told him that I was in charge of human resources and that my face and name were on the recruitment page of the website, the man shuddered, checked his phone, and turned blue.
No, what I just said was a joke!
By the way, I saw your resume. I believe your name is Leon Kuwama, right? Considering your background and your attitude today, I don't think we will hire you. If you want, you can pull yourself out right here and now.
Oh, damn it! That's enough! I won't apply to a place like that!
I see. Then I accept your refusal.
I don't care about some off-the-cuff venture. It's just a safety. My main target is Manwa Insurance.
Oh no! You're applying to ours as well?
Ours?
My mother is a former top sales lady for Manwa Insurance, one of the best in the country. She's a part-time clerk now. It's a small world, isn't it? The person you made fun of was the CEO of a company you admire.
But no! That's a lie! How could such a skinny old lady...
I hate it when people call me a liar. Look, here's a picture of me with the president at a party where I received an award for my performance.
My mother shows him the screen of her phone with a smile, and the man goes beyond pale to an earthly color.
Hey, look! Isn't this the story of that time?
2 months later, when we were relaxing in the living room of our new house after our marriage, Mari showed me her phone. What was posted there was a story about that time. Apparently, one of the customers there posted what happened in a humorous manner on an anonymous message board. The man's name was not mentioned, but in the comments section, some people seem to have noticed. At this rate, the guy's life isn't going well. The man came to our office a few days later saying, "It's all your fault," to make false accusations. The security guard took him away instantly, and I never saw him again. Us, on the other hand, are now blessed with children and are living peacefully. My mother is so smitten by her grandchildren that she spends most of her part-time money on toys for them. You should spend it on your own clothes, cosmetics, and whatever you want.
It's fine. It's my happiness to buy Riho plenty of things.
Thank you, mother-in-law.
Don't spoil her too much. But you're right. Rio sure is cute. I'm sure Dad, who's watching over us from heaven, would be so excited to see his adorable grandchild, too. I hope these days of joy continue to last. Mom, I'll do my best to take good care of you. So live long